Flying machines are pretty awesome. You can do some incredibly cool stuff with flying machines, and so today in this video I'm going to be showing you the basics of how to build your very own. I'll be running through some simple ideas of flying machines so that you can get to grips with how they all work, and then I'll be doing a couple of tutorials teaching you how to build some simple tunnel bores and simple flying machine loops. So let's get on with it. The first thing I'm going to explain about flying machines is that they all work in a loop. So as you can see, it moves around in a circle and then comes back through and pushes the entire thing forward. This is the idea that you have to remember when building all flying machines. So I'm going to show you how to build this tiny flying machine. It consists of 6 blocks, as you can see. The flying machine will keep going until it hits an immovable object or 12 blocks in a row, as the piston push limit is 12. So to build this thing, all you want to do is build up a couple of blocks into the air, then place 2 slime blocks adjacent to each other, and then have a sticky piston in the opposite direction to where you want the flying machine to go, and then a regular piston in the direction that you want the flying machine to go. Now all you want to do is place 2 temporary blocks there like so, and then an observer there and an observer there, and then just break these 2 temporary blocks. These observers must be facing down into these slime blocks. Now to activate it, just get something like a flint and steel and light one of these observers as shown. The flying machine will now work. To stop it, just place an obsidian in front of it and it will come to a stop just like that. Now, a basic flying machine like this is also usable with honey blocks, as you can see. So honey blocks are also sticky like slime blocks, however they consist of some different properties that I'm going to get into now. First things first, slime blocks are bouncy. Honey blocks are not. If we build up that same machine out of a honey block here, then as you can see the TNT will not be shot forwards because honey is sticky. This is why if you use a TNT tunnel bore with slime blocks it will work like that, and yet if you are to do it with honey blocks it will not work. As you can see, the TNT will not be launched, it will just stay there and explode the whole thing, which is not very nice. But don't let me get ahead of myself, we're not there yet. We'll work out how to build tunnel bores at the end of this tutorial. For now, let's continue with the basic stuff. Another property that honey and slime have is that honey does not stick to slime, but sticks to all other blocks, apart from of course terracotta and any immovable objects. This means that you can have multiple flying machines running next to each other, which lets you do some very cool things. Like this moving house. As you can see, because the honey and slime blocks don't stick to each other, we can create giant piston walls like that. And yes, it does mean that you can do things like this. It was the first thing that any of my friends asked me to construct as soon as they figured out that I could do this kind of stuff in Minecraft. Typical. Honey blocks also have another property that allows you to slide down them, meaning that you can cover massive distances without taking any full damage if you would like to. Might be something to consider when building one of these flying machines, you never know. Slime blocks also have the ability to be able to bounce on them without taking any full damage at all, which means that you can cover distances much quicker than you can with honey blocks. However, it does bounce you back up, which can be quite annoying. Something that you can do, however, is if you land on a slime block, if I just set my game mode to survival and then hit your spacebar at the same time, then you can clear the entire distance and jump as you land, which means that you only jump as high as the player can jump, which is 1 block, which means that you don't bounce up. The blocks that slime blocks and honey blocks can't stick to is each other, of course, obsidian, crying obsidian, and any other removable blocks such as bedrock and whatnot, and then also glazed terracotta, not regular terracotta, glazed terracotta. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers all of the properties of slime blocks and honey blocks. Let's get on to building some small machines. So let's get started by building this simple 1 block flying machine. As you can see, every single time you activate it, it will move forward 1 block like this. So first what we want to do is just build up a couple of blocks like that. then place another slime block on top of that one, then one adjacent to it here, and then another one on top there. Then what you want to do is have an observer facing down there and an observer facing down there, and then you want a regular piston facing in the direction that you want your flying machine to go, and then a sticky piston facing in the opposite direction to where you want your flying machine to go. And that is the whole thing done. So now, as you can see, if we activate it with the observer on top of the regular piston like so, the flying machine should move forward one block at a time. This is very, very helpful for manual things such as tunnel bores and stuff like that. It allows you to have a lot more control over the flying machines that you build. Next, I'm going to teach you how to build this very simple carpet bomber. I'm going to show you how to make it fully automatic and semi-automatic. So, let's take the flying machine you just built. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'd like to show you how to add appliances to these flying machines to make them actually functional. So for this one, what we're going to do is we are going to take this regular piston here, go up one and across one here, and place another slime block there like so. Then we're going to place a fence gate here. Now, whenever we open and close this fence gate, the carpet bomber is going to move forward by one block. Now, let's add some dispensers to this. So, a sensible place to add a dispenser would be next to a slime block of some kind, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to place a dispenser facing down there, next to these slime blocks so that they stick. Then, into these dispensers, from the top, we are going to have two observers facing down here, just like that. So now, every single time these move forward, the observers will update, causing the dispensers to trigger. So, as you can see, if we flick this fence gate, 2 TNT will be dropped down like so. Say we wanted to make this machine fully automatic. So, one way that we could do this is by placing one observer here like so. So now whenever this flying machine moves forward by one block, this observer will update, causing this trapdoor to open and close, meaning that it will move forward again and again and again and so on. Therefore it is fully automatic. So let's give this a test. Flick this fence gate, and as you can see, the carpet bomber will start, and as you can see, TNT is dropping out of it and it is working very, very well. Now, to stop this, what I would do personally is break that observer, and that would stop it from being fully automatic. And then say you wanted to start it again, you could replace the observer and flick the fence gate once again. Obviously this doesn't have to shoot TNT, it can shoot whatever you want. Customize it, make it do what you want. So, we've learned how to add appliances to flying machines. Next, what we're going to do is learn how to build a different kind of flying machine, one that can travel both forwards and backwards. This is a little bit more advanced, so make sure to listen carefully. So this is a two-way flying machine. I actually found this design on Reddit by this user. It is not my design, all credit goes to this person. But as you can see, when a flying machine reaches one side, you just flick the switch and then it'll start going the other way. Now in Bedrock Edition these are much more complicated than they are in Java Edition. I might do a video like this for Java Edition as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's go on with how to build this thing. So first what you want to do is have two immovable blocks this far apart, or as far apart as you really want them to be. This will work across any distance as long as the flying machine itself is loaded. Next, what you want to do is have a dropper facing up here and a dropper facing up here, and then a lever on this obsidian and then a lever on this obsidian here like so. Next, what you want to do is have an observer coming off of this obsidian facing in this direction, and then 1, 2, 3 slime blocks like that. Then a regular piston facing up, a sticky piston facing in this direction, and then an observer facing in this direction like so, so that the arrow points into the sticky piston there. Then what you want to do is place 1, 2, 3 slime blocks there like so, then another sticky piston facing in this direction, and then an observer facing in that direction like so, and then a regular piston facing down, and then a pillar block and another pillar block, and then an observer facing in that direction like so, and then remove that pillar block there. And that is your whole thing done. So now, as you can see, if we flick this switch, the flying machine will move from this side to that side. And once it reaches this side, you can flick this lever to send it back again. Anyway, on to the next lesson. So the 2 wide tunnel bore looks like this. What happens is it moves forward by 1 block and then it goes round in a cycle, and then the TNT gets launched straight in front of it at the perfect timing so it blows up the wall in front, creating a tunnel. Here's an example. So first what you want to do is build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks like so, break the 4 underneath, then place another slime block on top of that one, and then another one adjacent, and then another one on top. Then you want an observer facing down here and an observer facing down here, then a regular piston in the direction that you want your tunnel bore to go, and then a sticky piston in the opposite direction. Then coming off the sticky piston past this slime block, place another slime block there. Then what you want to do is place pillar block, and then just build out a load of pillar blocks like so. And then what you want to do is place an observer facing up here, 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 and here. And now you can break all of these pillar blocks. You should have 7 observers underneath in total. Then what you want to do is place sticky piston slime block all the way to the end. And once you have that, you just want to come out 1 more. Then what you want to do is place a slime block here and a slime block here. Then what you want to do is place an observer, piston, pillar block, slime block, observer, piston, pillar block, slime block, observer, and piston, and pillar block, slime block, slime block, slime block, slime block, slime block. And then what you want to do is place another slime block there like so, and then observer and piston here. Then what you want to do is place an observer and then a piston on the front there like so, and then a pillar block and another slime block, and then build down another pillar block and then another pillar block, and then put an observer facing up here, break that pillar block, place a dispenser facing upwards there, and then a pillar block, and then 1, 2 more slime blocks there like so. Then what you want to do is place in a fence gate there, and it should activate. Don't fill it with TNT just yet. Now do it. So now your dispenser is filled with TNT, what should happen is whenever you flick that fence gate, the cycle should go round and the TNT should be launched into a wall in front. Now let's take a similar concept from what we did earlier, and let's place an observer facing into this fence gate here, so that now whenever it moves forward it will go around the loop and just keep going around, so it'll be a fully automatic tunnel bore. However, we do not want this to move into the explosion of the TNT, so we need to add a block with a high blast resistance to go in front of here. I recommend using an end stone brick wall, but if you have the materials and you want to be extra safe, then what you can do is you can get yourself an ancient debris, which is actually 100% blast proof. So if I place an ancient debris there, then there is absolutely no chance of this slime block here blowing up. So now when we activate it, as you can see, it'll fire and then it'll just keep going fully automatically like so. Then to stop it, what you can do is break that observer, wait for it to finish that cycle, and then replace the observer there like so, and then when you're ready to use it again, you just activate that fence gate. Now let's look at making this a 2-module tunnel bore. This is what we have so far. I think in order to make this a 2-module tunnel bore, what we should do is take 1, 2, 3 slime blocks off to this side and 1, 2, 3 off to this side. Of course, the piston push limit is 12 blocks, so this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks there like so. So we still have another 3 to work with. However, in order to make this 2 modules, what we need to do is get rid of these center ones and place them on the edges here like so. Once we have that, we should be able to just add 1, 2, 3 here and 1, 2, 3 here, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks, which is underneath the piston push limit. So now when we activate this fence gate, this should work like normal. Now all we need to do is fill up these dispensers with some TNT, and it should work as a 2-module tunnel bore. Brilliant. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, then please do hit the like button down below, and if you really loved it and haven't already, then do consider subscribing. It makes me happy and it's completely free, so why wouldn't you? Anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hope I've introduced some of you to the magic that is slimestone. Bye for now.